Hi and welcome back to another session with Global Kiteboard on YouTube. This is Martin Sandstrom talking kiteboards today. What do we have in the bag? As you can see, I've lined up a couple of my boards here and they are predominantly freestyle oriented. So in particular, I wanted to talk about a board right here behind me, which is a split board from a brand called Kitelement, and this is the latest model, the latest iteration of the model they call Resolve, which is their freestyle version. Now they have a couple of models in the lineup. They have a light wind board, they have a free ride board, and they have this freestyle board. And that's only for their split board, the boards that they can, take apart and fold in half and go travel with. They have normal boards too. Anywho, we've been having a lot of wind in the UK recently, and I've been riding a lot, trying this board out in pretty stormy conditions, and I'm very satisfied with the results. I've been riding it for a number of sessions now, and it just rides really nice on the water. You kind of forget that you are on a split board, so it feels like you don't have any compromises. You don't have to feel like, oh, okay, I'm going to travel with a split board, which is nice and compact, but then on the water it will be subpar. So it's not going to be like that. When I'm out riding with this board, it feels like I'm riding, it feels as good as if I'm riding one of these two boards. In terms of specific characteristics for this board, it's some sort of carbon laid board. Does it make it lighter? I don't know. Like a split board is normally a little bit heavier than a normal board anyway, but this one doesn't feel heavy as such. I would say that the total pop is probably heavier than this board anyway, although the bulldozer is lighter despite it being a little bit larger. But that's a pretty light board anyway to begin with. So weight, I wouldn't say is an issue. It's not an issue, and riding is great. Like the rocker sits somewhere between these two boards, so that's also, I think for me, rocker is something that really dictates where a board feels like. Obviously the shape is important too. So big, it has like a medium rocker, pretty nice landings. You can definitely still ride upwind, no issues at all. I ride it with boots. I ride it with these boots normally, and for that reason I ride it finless because I like that feeling. And when you ride it with boots, you don't need the fins. Straps, you would use the fins that comes with the board. They sell pads and straps separately if you want them. I haven't tried them, but they look good. It has a set of channels, which helps obviously when you ride finless, but it helps overall just for smoothing out the landings, getting a bit better grip and pop. All these things. So it's really just a nice board overall, despite or on top of the fact that you can fold it in half and travel with it in a very compact and budget-friendly, economical way. So happy to say that. The shape also, like the kind of funny, very narrow tips of the board, I would say helps in making it very nimble on the water. It's fun to just carve around in the waves and put up some spray. It feels like a very responsive and nimble board. Flex, I think, is quite stiff in the middle section here. And then it eases up towards the tips, having quite a lot of flex there. So that's the flex pattern. I suppose that helps when you ride it. Overall, it also gives that rigidity to the actual joint system, which you obviously need for it to not break. Okay, maybe that's it. I've written, God, can't talk today. I've written a review on the website on Global Kiteboard, which you can obviously check out for more detail around this board and pictures and things. I just wanted to put up a little unscripted review online here of me talking about the board, so you can find it on YouTube as well. Just another way of getting the message out there. I'm a massive advocate of split boards. anything that makes kiteboard travel easier, right? That's the whole ethos of global kite spots, obviously. So split boards for me is the future when it comes to kiteboard, kite surf travel, and the Resolve by Kitelement is a very good option if you want to go down that route. So go and read the review and give me a thumbs up if you like this video and all that jazz, and have a good day. See you on the water.